Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. We've got producer James in the studio.
Hey.
Man, we have been like on the struggle bus. Like life has been great, but life has been a lot. It's been like a lot going on like every single day.
I mean, good, bad, the whole gambit.
I mean, more good than bad. Let me knock on wood.
Maybe not bad, but like there's good and then there's struggling good.
Yeah, it's just everyone's been sick.
Yep.
Like the same cycle of allergies, sinuses. I think James had COVID.
I think so.
It didn't stop him from talking. He just added more noise to his soundboard because there was sneezing, there was coughing, just aches and pains, and just all. It's just been a lot, and I need a break. So we are going on vacation in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm going because I do have stalkers. I do have bitches that like to pop up on me. So I never let you know where I'm at until like I'm back home.
Yeah.
Like I'm back home. Like, ha, you thought you had me and you didn't have me. But of course we decided we wanted to stay at an Airbnb, which cool, because I have certain things that I like to have. Like I have to have my yogurts. I like to have my Lonnie's cold. I bring my probiotic Cocoa. So I need a refrigerator. It's just a little bit, I like to have my own stuff, okay? Because there is some days that I just like to have a lean cuisine. Like that is all that I would. You just can't do that in a hotel. You just can't really bring all of your stuff. So
I mean, unless you stay at like one of those, like a Residence Inn with the kitchenettes and all that.
Yeah. But so I'm like, okay, cool. We can stay at an Airbnb. Now here goes producer James. He sends me like, let's say 7 places, right? I don't know who the fuck he thinks that I am. Like he forgot the hoe that he married. And then he thinks he's super slick. Okay, now I know he wants to get rid of me. I know he's been trying to get rid of me for years, okay? I know this. He sends me all of these Airbnbs. So why all of them got a big cliff? Like what, why, what?
It's just the area that we're going to is
has a whole bunch of other places that don't have cliffs. But I want to tell you, every Airbnb that he sent me had a cliff. I'm like, here we go again. Last year, he had me staying in that goddamn treehouse, like a remote treehouse. And I'm going to sit here and be honest with you guys. For about 15 minutes when we got there, I said, this motherfucker's trying to kill me. And he does not want my family to find my body. So this is where white men take their wives and say, she just disappeared. She just didn't come back.
She just ran off.
There was no argument. Like she's just gone. I know it took me 15 days to tell you guys that she was missing.
I thought she'd come back.
Yeah, so I decided on that trip, I said, he trying to be real super slick, but I know how to ice skate. So I'm going to wear the brightest colored outfits that I can find possible. I mean, I had on like neon green, neon orange, like my people gonna find me, okay? I'm gonna let them know where I'm at. Here we go again. Now we have cliffs.
It's just the area is hilly. I mean, that's what you get.
But you don't have to stay on a hill.
Well, no, but I mean, here's the reality. Once you get past hotels, most of the Airbnbs are like, purpose. This is what I noticed. A lot of Airbnbs are now things that are like been built super recently just for that purpose in an area that makes you think, oh, cool, I'm really getting, in touch with the area.
Okay. Well, I don't like to get in touch with like the natural resources of an area.
No, you want the artificial.
I don't. So what I did was I want to be safe. So I went and looked on Vrbo myself. And guess what I saw? A whole bunch of Airbnbs that are not on cliffs.
In town,
not remote, where there's a little bit of space behind me, but I feel like if I scream really loud, someone he wants to off me, people.
I do not.
And here's the thing, I'm not leaving you any money. I don't know what your main goal even is. I don't know if it's sympathy. I don't know if you think because I'm famous, you're going to become famous. Like, you're going to be the distraught husband who's just looking for his wife. Look, they still trying to find Nancy Guthrie. Let them find her before you start a whole new case. of me.
It might just be for peace and quiet.
I can give you that. You can write me a check right now and I'll be gone. Okay. So yes, we're quite looking forward to just a little bit of peace, quiet, tranquility.
Just away. We do, like, we really, really enjoy the away from it part a lot. Like,
Yeah, I just don't like the
just get in our own
togetherness
groove.
part of it.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, he just feels the need for us to go together.
So she mentioned she has to have a refrigerator. There's a couple of other needs she has to have when it comes to her room.
Okay, what are those?
Well, you have to have your own vanity, or you have to have a sink big enough.
Here was another thing, okay? So last year when he had us staying in his fucking tree house, they didn't even have a full body mirror.
No.
Like, literally, you can go to Walmart and for $10, you can get a full, I don't need lighting and things like that, but I want to know what my outfit completely looks like. But they didn't even have a full, so I am taking notice of more things. Like I said, James, this place only has one bathroom, which that's fine. I said, but it's just literally the sink. Like, it's just the bowl part. There's nowhere to put your skincare or your shave stuff. Like, there's no space for that at all.
Yeah, the sink needs to have at least 3.5 feet on either side of vanity space for her to be okay.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily have to have a sit-down vanity because I don't mind standing up to do my makeup when we're staying at a hotel or something like that. But goddamn, can I have a little bit of space?
You like the Venetian, I remember, because they had those sit-down vanities.
That was great. I mean, The place that we stayed... Where did we stay at? Embassy Suites last time I went to Austin. Mm-hmm. They had, look, I tell you what, we have stayed at some of the best hotels, but that Embassy Suite was the fucking bomb.
It was good.
It had a bathroom, it had the bathroom sink, and then it had a whole separate sink area.
It was a suite.
It was really nice.
It was nice, yeah.
And it had 2 beds.
And that was the third thing that she really likes to have.
I like to have 2 beds.
She wants 2 beds.
Why would I want to share a bed with a person that I share a bed with every other day of the year?
Because that's what love is.
No, love is I get all the pillows to myself. I can toss and turn and roll around as I please. That is self-love at its finest right there. Why do I want you snoring in my face while I'm on vacation?
So self-love is first love?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the older that we get, the more that I'm just we need separate bedrooms. We need separate bathrooms. I mean, yeah, separate houses. We can live next door to one another, but you better call before you come over. Don't just pop up at my house because you'll just be standing there looking stupid at the door. But yes, it'll be nice to have a little time away. I have a feeling Mary Payne's still going to make me work while I'm on vacation, which is the norm. That's okay. We just pack all of our podcasting gear and we go on the road. No problem. But yes, just get away. If you are a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, did I say with Keisha or which Keisha? Oh, which?
Well,
with.
Either one works, but you said with Keisha.
Oh, now I'm confused on what it should be. If you are a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, which I hope that you are, it is time for the gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The gab with Keisha.
All right. So earlier this week, I was recording with Mary Payne on Pink Shade, and towards the end of the episode, she was telling people, and you guys hear me say it, she's like, and if you're enjoying the show, please leave us a 5-star review. And just all the wonderfulness that comes with leaving a podcaster a 5-star review. Now, what I was not expecting for her to say was this: please do so now so that it will override the extremely negative review that I got. So she started telling me about the review. I said, well, hold my beer, because you will die when you hear the very negative review that I got from someone named Blue Fraggle. Is that your favorite Fraggle? It's because mine is the little girl with the ponytails with the red shirt. That's my favorite Fraggle, who left a very, I don't know, this person says that they have been a fan of the show for a very long time. which that's great. That's wonderful. And I always feel like if you've been a fan of the show for a very long time, your first time leaving a review should have been one of all the other episodes that you enjoyed and you left a good review instead of pinpointing the one episode that you quite didn't enjoy and leaving a 1-star review. Now, if you would have taken away the part that says that, they've been a fan of the show for a very long time, my response would have been new to the show, because all the things that she complained about, and I'm going to say she because this ooze Karen, okay? she called me bougie.
Well, she said, I've always known you have a more bougie personality.
Okay.
But in this episode, it came across less entertaining and more as out of touch and unbearable.
Okay. So, when this is just me, and maybe I'm an alien from outer space, but when I experience things that are unbearable, I tend to, change the channel, turn the television off, never go back there again. I don't know. I just thought it was quite odd she pinpointed the episode. It was episode 207, okay? Yep. Now, here's the thing, guys. I don't know what the fuck I said. Once I turn this mic off, it is like I have amnesia. I have no idea what I said, how I said it. I do know that I talked about my disgust of having to drive a minivan. And if that is what made you upset, you just don't have to stay mad, because I do not like a minivan. And for those of you who were concerned, I now have my baby back. I got her back yesterday, and said that I was unbearable and came off bougie. If you go to my Instagram page, I want to say it's one of the two newer ones. I'm there wearing an $11 dress and a $24 pair of shoes. I know that just screams bougie. I don't know. But the person also said, is this the real Keisha? Here's the thing. You don't know me, because the real Keisha is kind, loving. I have opened my house to all my family members here to get themselves together. I have countless hours of volunteering. I love animals. Any person in my life can call me at any time of the day. I will drop everything that I'm doing and go to their rescue, whether they're in the wrong or in the right. I don't know what else. I'm a very loyal person. I'm a friendly person. If I've got your back, I've got your back. And as far as the bougie thing, when I had my daughter when I was 22 years old, I had her on Medicaid. So I don't forget where I've come from, but if I like something, I like something. Now, if you're referring to the fact that I like to carry a Louis Vuitton purse, it has, a little bit to do with the brand, but you know what it also has something to do with? It's a childhood memory. It's because my mom carried a Louis Vuitton, and during that time, she was still married to my dad, and that was the last time that I felt that I really had childhood stability. So there's a trauma bond related to that as well. And as far as being unbearable and talking about people the way that people looked, you can also go to my Instagram page, and there's a rather large picture of me weighing in at 355 pounds. And yes, I will talk about you, I'll talk about him, her, she, he, but I talk about no one in their looks more than I talk about myself. So I don't know what was so wrong with that episode, but here's my thing. There are probably 3 million podcasts out there. There are some that I think you just turn it on and they play nothing but, I don't know, what is that nighttime music people listen to? White noise?
Noise, yeah.
There's some out there for singles. There's some out there that are about horror movies. Like, there's a variety of them. This just may not be your place, because you know what? Your one review is not going to make me change my program. I appreciate the fact that you came here, but this is also a free podcast. So if you think that you're going to say something like that and I'm going to change what I say or think, that's just not it. Now, I do appreciate the fact that you've been a fan of the show, which makes me question the fact of why is this so much different than any other show? This has been the script the entire time that I've had a podcast. So I'm going to suggest you do this. Thank you for your time. This probably is not the show for you. Go take a bubble bath. They even have like Epsom salt bubble bath stuff you can use now, and go hug a puppy. And I hope you have a great Easter. So let's carry on. So yesterday, I am feeling tired, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get in this minivan one last time and I'm going to go run errands and I'm just going to turn up the volume of my music just like I'm driving my regular car. Then I get a phone call from my daughter, and you know how you just have a mother's intuition? When I saw that phone ring, I said, she's going to be crying. I don't know why I thought it. I'm like, she's going to be crying. It's just something in me. And I was right. She was going like, oh.
She's calling before lunch on a general weekday. It's going to be something
sometimes
wrong.
she does it, but usually she'll call maybe on her lunch break. But majority of the time she will text. But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, she's going to be crying. So I answered, Mama, I passed out at work. I need you to come pick me up. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. Okay, all right. So I get to her job. She's laying out real Holman dramatic style.
Like in a fainting position?
Yes.
Like,
Now she said
my
that
Lord, it's
very
just so-
Holman-like of her, very Holman-like of her. And I go get her, but she never stops talking. She's like, oh, guys, this is my mom. And can you just doesn't shut up, okay? I'm like, bitch, I thought you passed out. Like, did you not lose your voice or something? So I take her to like a standalone ER, right? This bitch has me carrying basically luggage. She's got this bag that it has to weigh 15 pounds.
Oh, her bag is full of everything.
I don't know what all was in it. But I tell you what, when I carried her home from the hospital in a car seat, it weighed less, okay? So she goes, oh, but I need you to get that other bag too. And I'm like,
She's not staying.
We're going into the ER.
You
that's
should-
She's like, but that's my lunch bag. And I'm like, okay.
We're not on break here.
Yeah, so I get all this stuff. They get us back in a room. And I tell you what, you can raise a child with everything that you have. You will have some of your proudest moments in your life will be that of something that your child has done. Okay? But I tell you what, I wanted to be the helicopter mom, and I wanted to answer all the questions that the nurses and the doctor asked. But I'm like, you know what? She's 23. This is her body. Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on.
I know where this is
I'm
going.
like, she's 23. She's an adult. What if I were not here? So I'm going to sit back in this chair, cross my legs, put my hands on my knee like I am holding a prayer cloth, and I'm going to listen. I've never been so annoyed in my entire life. This is a college educated person, okay?
Strong, independent.
Black woman,
Black
as
woman.
she so often reminds all of us.
Yep.
This is how she answered the questions. And then they would be like,
And she has a deep voice. What the hell?
it sounded like Beaker from the Muppets.
Oh, me.
At some point, I just get the tip of my hat and tip it down more because I'm like, they're going to think she was homeschooled. And this is her first time out in the wild. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right here?
Who's this black Plath child?
Yes, I'm like, where is this strong, independent, vocal person who just, I was like, it took her fucking 20 minutes to describe 3 things that happened. So many words. I was just like,
So more words than just, I started feeling dizzy, I fell over, and I called you?
yeah, and I didn't black out. I just felt weak. It was like circle, circle. Here's another. I was just like, we're going to be here forever just for her to answer these very easy questions to answer. But I'm
all
not
started
gonna,
on a bright day 23 years ago.
and she's constantly thinking about other things. Okay, for example, so her and I are alone in there, right? My allergies is going off. I'm like, man, I wish I had a tissue, but I'm looking at the cabinets and it looked like they have locks on them, right? So the doctor The doctor comes in, asks her questions. She thinking her answers. And the doctor gets ready to leave. She goes, oh, but my mom needs tissues. Can you give my mom tissues? She asked the doctor that.
Wow.
And he was he's like, oh, yeah, sure. Opens up a cabinet, gives me a whole box. I stole the whole box, too. I was just like, you think that your child is ready for the world, and then you see something like this, you're like.
It just sets you back.
It's-
How many years did it set you back in terms of like childhood development?
20.
All the way back to toddler.
It took me all the way back
Well,
to
I mean,
toddler
when she's
years.
answering,
I was just like, and they would take a breather in between things. And I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, she's fine. She was severely dehydrated. Her job has stressed her out. Look, she works at a job where she gets bit in the face sometimes by kids. So yeah. So yeah, I thought that was just a weird experience. And I love it when I talk to other people who have kids the same age, and I'm like, okay, I'm not alone. It's all of them have ADHD. All of them all have anxiety. They all have this, and that. I don't know what it is that we ate when we were pregnant that made our kids like this, you know. All I'm saying is I keep her in therapy. She's on every fucking kind of anti-this pill that there is. I mean, that's all I can do.
No, you know what it is? It's stability. That's the problem. You know, think about, you had a fairly tumultuous growing up.
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
in your 20s, you were already raising a kid, taking
Oh,
care of
God,
shit,
yeah.
Helping a whole family.
Yeah, yeah. She knows nothing about that at all.
Stability makes kids weak.
And I think our generation of parenting is we want everything for our kids that we did not have, plus triple it.
We want no trauma.
No trauma, no
trauma.
problems, like all the childhood trauma that we have, we didn't want to give it to our kids, and look what we did.
Yeah,
we fucked up.
Yeah, we made them too goddamn soft.
We didn't want to punish them. We didn't want to spank them. We didn't want them to want for anything.
These kids that need a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, I'm just like, Lord, this is the byproduct of doing all of these super helicopter mom.
If they don't learn to deal with shit, they won't deal with shit.
I'm like, we should have just thugged it out. Little did I know. It's crazy. So, you know what else is crazy?
Speaking of parents,
Kim and Croy are still going at it.
Their kids are going to be
in their 30s, and
totally
they're still
adjusted to everything.
These kids are going to be at their wedding, and their parents are going to be fighting over custody of them. This just makes absolutely no sense at all. So now Croy is taking Kim back to court because he wants sole custody of the kids. Now here's the thing. I don't like Croy at all. I've never, ever liked Croy because he just always had that look about him that said, I want to say the N-word. Like he's always had, I can look at a person like, oh, I know you want to say the N-word so bad. He just always had that look about him, right? So I think he probably should have the kids. Okay.
I think so too.
Kim is not stable. She's still looking for her next trick. She wants to fly here. Kim wants to be in her 20s. Okay. And these kids have been through enough. They've seen a lot. They need the stability. And, if you got to pick between the parents, they will find that better with Croy. All right. So I saw that he was fighting for sole custody. And then I looked today, Kim is not even allowed to see the kids until she has, I want to say it's 3 or 4 parenting therapy sessions that she has to do.
Wow.
And I'm like,
damn.
What? It didn't say what she's done, that she has to do this. It didn't say that Croy had to do it too. I don't know if Kim's going to even do it.
See, here's the thing. And that's not because a judge decides, like stuff like that.
Something has had to happen.
Well, not just that. You've had to have some psychological evaluation that recommends that to the court.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, I'm like, okay, you're telling us this, you're telling us that, but where's the meat that's in the middle? What are we missing? Because why all of a sudden is she having to take the... Now, granted, I think the bitch could benefit from it, okay? Like, look at her older two. I mean... Ariana, she so smart, a brilliant mind, straight A student, could have killed it in college, but decided she wanted to be like an influencer or this, and that. Now, I will say that, she was on The Next Generation that was on Bravo, and she was great on it. Like, she really is. Here's the thing. She is Kim's child, and she does have some of Kim's tendencies, but she's smart. Okay.
Was she a bit kind of self-aware at how
Very
ridiculous all
self-aware.
this shit is?
And then you know what? She started coming out with things that Kim had done. Like she didn't know that while she thought she was getting a facial as a kid, Kim was really having her freckles removed as a kid. Yeah, I'm
What?
just like who? Yeah, and so she goes. Now I actually.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think there's. Look, if there's anything that can be done to a person, Kim Zolciak knows that it can be done.
No, I'm just saying I wish I'd have known.
You don't even have fucking freckles.
Oh, my kid's got a couple I want to get rid of.
That's the least of his problems.
God damn it, Keisha. Okay, next
think there's
one-star review is coming from me.
I think there's a few other things that go in line for him
Okay, there's
other than
priority.
freckles. Okay,
Fine.
all right. So yeah, I just don't get. I don't even know where they're getting the money from anymore because they're both so broke. I don't even know how they're paying their attorneys. I want to say at one point they weren't paying their attorneys and their attorneys were suing them. So then you got to go get another attorney to help you fight a lawsuit against your old attorney because you can't pay them.
I have a feeling every time Kim gets a little bit of a sugar daddy,
She's
probably
got
gets a
one.
little cash,
Yeah,
and then
and
she
she
throws a
yeah.
little bit at the retainer,
Yeah.
and gets a little bit of court time.
That has to be the way. And she does have a sugar daddy, and of course he's still married.
Of course. How does she, like, what's so crazy to me is how do people know her and her, sugar daddy?
Yeah.
And know that he's married?
Yeah.
Like, this is so, like, she's the worst, like, on the down low person I've ever seen in my life.
But here's the thing: she doesn't keep it on the down low.
No,
She
exactly,
doesn't
not at all.
care.
Exactly. That's what I say. She's the worst.
She doesn't care. Which I have to say, be proud of yourself. If you're gonna do it, I guess do it. I don't. Good for her.
I don't get
Question mark. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't try to. Here's the thing: you can't find out something if the person is telling you exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd rather it come straight from the horse's mouth. Then have to close your legs to married men. She is still not listening to Nene Leakes. Nope, not at all. All right, so oh my God, I fucking hate this guy. Like, once upon a time and I'm gonna say this, we as a black community have been known to excel at certain sports.
Yep.
Okay. Generally, it's basketball or football. Those were our jams, okay? But then along came Tiger Woods, okay? Who became this phenomenon in the world of golf.
A legend.
A legend.
One of the
okay?
best of all time.
And yes, granted, he is half black, half Asian. Blasian. That was the first time I've ever heard of the word Blasian. Came from Tiger Woods. But I wish he could, I think he wish he could take the BLA part out of the Blasian, just be Asian. He quite never really came around to embracing his blackness. And boy, did he constantly remind us of that. And we're like, you know what? That's cool. Because when we started trading, the trading wars, well, white people get a black person, black people get a white person, we're most definitely going to be happy to send you off to the other side. It was like, here was this goat, but then you realize this is just another person. And that's what happens when you have things like the internet and things like that. It's like, oh, well, that person is just really great at their craft. Otherwise, they're
He's
super
good.
fucking
He's like good at
horrible.
this one thing.
He's good at this one thing, but he really does have super skinny ankles. Like, that's really not cute.
And he really likes like waitresses, and he's got some problems.
And there's nothing wrong with the waitress, but here's the thing. I
When
think
you're married to a model.
Well, I think he's the type of person that wants to have control. And so he seems like the type of person that would remind someone who's a waitress, you're just a fucking waitress. You know what I mean?
I thought that too, but then on the flip side, I thought maybe he's a person who just really, really loves attention or loves female attention no matter where it comes from.
And I think he's that too. And here, I'm not dogging being a waitress. I could probably never, I will say I am not smart enough to be a waitress. I would get your order wrong. I would quit in the middle of a shift, okay? You come in and you're a table more than one, I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know how waitresses do it. That's why
so
I am
much
an
respect for
exceptionally
them.
good tipper.
Oh my
Because
God,
bitch,
yeah.
I'm like, you did that. Like you really, really did. And you didn't just do it for my table, you did it for all these other tables. Like this one right here can't do it. So this idiot, I even hate talking about him. He just drives me insane.
Does it feel like he betrayed the community?
It does.
I mean,
it does.
From where he was,
Yes.
from the pedestal he made it to to now, does it feel like he just betrayed you guys?
It wasn't like, be careful with your wheeze, but it is a thing about someone who, I think if someone is of mixed heritage, you should embrace both sides. But I feel like a lot of the times when people are half black, it's like, let me celebrate my Irish side. I'm half Irish. It's like the black side is embarrassing. And he just falls underneath that category. But this shit is really embarrassing. So who in the Trump family is he dating? Is it Trump's niece or cousin or something like that?
Oh, I didn't even know he was dating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Her last name is Trump.
Up.
Okay. So Tiger Woods gets pulled over for like his 107th fucking DUI, right? He flips, a vehicle is flipped over. He is out of the vehicle, walking away from the police. He's on the phone. The police are saying, Mr. Woods, we need you to come this way. Do you know what this motherfucker does? He goes, oh, I was just on the phone with the president, just trying to get away from all of this.
All right, so now that him saying that made more sense. I thought he just said that to be a complete drunk asshole.
It still is.
I see that. He's dating Vanessa Trump, ex-wife of Donald Trump Jr.
Okay.
Well, he really is embracing that white side, or that
Oh,
non-black
God,
side.
yeah. I mean,
Holy
how
shit.
fucking pompous do you have to be to say, I was just on the phone with the president? And we don't know if he was really on the phone with the president or not. It was just the fact that he thought he could say that. And they were going to say, you know what?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, sir.
It doesn't matter that you were drunk. It doesn't matter that you could have killed a family of 5. You were on the phone with the president. If I were a police officer and you told me you were on the phone with Trump, I would beat you.
I would Rodney King your ass. Right
You
there. I'm
are
sorry.
really going down. Now turn that camera off. You are really about to go
I'm gonna
down.
beat
Right?
you with a piece of water hose.
It's just the fucking idea that you think you are so above everyone else that you walk away from the police. If my black ass got pulled over by the police and I walked away, they would immediately have me in a headlock, okay? But this guy, they're probably taking it a little bit easy on him, for one, because they know he is Tiger Woods. But he's walking away from them, and then they gently say, sir, we need you to walk this way. Not aggressively.
Didn't tackle him.
They didn't tackle him.
No.
They didn't even threaten him. He said, I was just on the phone with the president. I'm like...
I'd tackle him for that.
I'm like, you fucking more, like, how elitist do you think you are? That you just caused this scene and you're fucking drunk, but you think you could say, look.
I'm on the phone with the president.
I'm on the phone with the president. Okay, if I had been on the phone, like, I'm on the phone with my husband. I don't know where my insurance cards are. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk to you or not. Do I need a lawyer to talk to you? I don't know. What can I do not to get handcuffed? And if you do handcuff me, can you please handcuff me in the front? Actually, can you only handcuff one arm? Because if you handcuff both my arms together, I'm going to be totally claustrophobic. And if I get claustrophobic, I'm going to get really nauseated. And once I get nauseated and you start this car, I'm totally going to throw up. And I don't really want to throw up in the back of your nice, clean car. And I don't want to be the person that you go back and tell all the rest of the squad members, I arrested this lady and she threw up all over my car. I don't want to be that person. So that is how things will go down with me. Okay. Case in point, I was in a wreck a couple of weeks ago. I was hit by...
She was exactly like this.
I was exactly like this, okay? And mind you, I got hit by a 23-year-old, okay? I asked him, well, what are we supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do?
I have no idea.
And
like,
his response?
he was like, I'm like, do we call the police? He goes, yeah, I think. I was like, I should probably call the, like, non-emergency line. He goes, yeah, that sounds right. Like, let me do that, then I need to call my husband because I don't know what to do. Yeah, that is how things go down over here. Now, Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has finally been released from prison. And if you don't exactly remember, she went to prison because she was doing one of those, was it Ponzi scam things? So she was stealing
Something
lots
like
of
that.
money from a lot of elderly people. It was just a really low down, sleazy thing that she was doing. She did her time. Good for you. But we hadn't heard from Jen. And she's been out for, let me see. She's been out for over a month for sure. And it was so funny because I was just talking to a friend. I was like, man, Jen Shaw got out of prison and really sat her ass down. And then I tell you, 3 days later, here's Jen Shaw doing an interview, I want to say for People magazine. All right. Of course, she's in Gucci. Okay. Now, mind you, this is a woman who's in prison because she stole millions of dollars from particularly the elderly, right? I mean, where she had just ruined these people's lives. These people like lost their homes, lost their businesses, lost their properties, just went into financial ruin, and they'll probably never recover because most of them were like living off Social Security, and the money that they were giving her were like their life savings. Okay. So she comes out. I think she owes like $6.6 million in restitution fees. Okay,
she's still on like
house arrest.
House arrest
right.
Until like August, it says.
So she does an interview, and I'm like, okay, here is your opportunity. Like, you are guilty. You are so guilty that at the last minute you decided to plead guilty because you knew there was no way that you were not going to go to prison, right? Here's your interview. Here is the moment that we all have been waiting for, but many people knew you were going to fuck it up, and you did, to apologize.
The first thing she should have said.
You apologize to these people. She gets on there and she says this. Now, this is not verbatim. I'm sorry for the part I took in this. I'm sorry that I worked with my, what did she call it? What did she say?
Co-conspirator
or something along. I'm sorry I made the bad decision and trusted that. Bitch, you were at the top of the food chain.
And that is the literal definition of just being sorry for yourself.
Then she goes, I will never forgive myself for what I did to my husband and to my sons, and I just want to apologize to them. And then if I did do something to these other people, I'm sorry if I didn't know, but oh my God, you go. If you did, you know you did.
If you didn't, you wouldn't have gone to jail.
Been in prison. If you didn't, you wouldn't be doing this interview. You know where you'd be? You'd be filming the newest season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We would have no problems here. And it's just like you cannot take accountability, even though it is like people never want to be seen as a bad person. Like, you are a bad person. We all do bad things. We all make bad decisions. Why not just apologize for, you know what, James? She didn't even have to mean it. She could have faked the lie. And you know what? That would have been better than what she said. She could have went on and said, I am really sorry for what I did. Next question, please. That would have been better than what she did.
Even if somebody would just be like 100% honest and just say, you know, yeah, I fucked over some people. I didn't think I'd get caught. I got caught. Boy, I'm sorry that shit happened.
Yeah, that's
Goodbye.
it. Like,
okay,
you
cool.
cannot.
You owned it.
Here's the thing: you cannot look more guilty than you already look. So just apologize for it. Like, I mean, just fake an apology, because this right here, apologizing to your husband and your children who were benefiting off the money that you were stealing from these other people. Really, that's who you want to apologize to?
Yeah, apologize to the people you still owe $6.6 million to. That's...
Girl, quit playing in these people's faces. All right, we'll be right back.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Keisha. Keisha in the morning, Keisha in the evening, Keisha in the supper time. Be my little Keisha. I have to pump myself up because Keishas don't get a lot of love when it comes to music or television shows. Like, you know, I think I talked about, we looked up, I think it was on Pink Shade. I told them how we were in New Orleans and I was like, we were listening to some song and it was a girl's name. I was like, man, they never have songs about Keisha's. And James was like, yes, they do. Let me look them up. Every single one of them about big booty hoes selling drugs. And I'm like, that's okay. We're good.
I mean, but they did have songs.
There's no love songs about girls named Keisha. We just get no love.
And Keisha does rhymes with some stuff.
The closest that we got was Bruno Mars put out a song. It's called Calling on My Lovelies. And he was saying his girlfriend won't answer. The girl he really likes won't answer his calls. So he goes, I'm going to call all my Ishas. All the Ishas waiting on me. So like, I guess Aisha, Keisha,
Shaquisha.
Yeah, all the Ishas.
Squisha.
But here's the thing, side chicks. We can't be the main chick.
That's where Ishas live.
I want someone to write a love ballad about a Keisha.
Well, I can do that.
No.
Oh.
No.
Even if I sing it like Chris Stapleton?
No. That's, okay, James. It always has to be about him. It
No, you
always
want a
has
song.
but
I can
you
write you
can't
a
sing
song.
and you can't write poetry.
The hell, I can't.
Anyway, somebody out there will do it one day. I have a feeling. All right. So, when I like a reality TV show, I will stick with it through the seasons.
Sure do.
And you know how whenever I do a podcast, it always circles back around to one of the main subjects?
Which are?
That review. So even if I like a show and I do all the seasons, every now and then there's a season that, you know what, I just don't like. But you know what I don't do? I don't go to Yelp and write a review saying, I really hated that season sucked. You know what I do instead? I'll skip that season. I may even skip 2 seasons. And then I'll go back to the show and pick it back up. And sometimes I'm like, hey, I caught it right at the perfect time. It's back, okay? That's what I do. Here's a show that I have watched from the very first episode. And there's been numerous seasons of it. But this season, I wish I had skipped. Unexpected. Now, if you're not familiar with the show, it is kind of a spin-off of 16 and Pregnant, all right? But I'm trying to, I feel like 16 and Pregnant was romanticized a little bit more than Unexpected. I feel like Unexpected is a little bit more raw with it, okay? It's about, girls and guys going through their teenage pregnancy, their life during that time, having the baby, and this, and that. You know what it is? Economically, there's a difference, okay? Where the majority of the girls on 16 and Pregnant normally come from a 2-parent household or a household that's doing financially well. Occasionally, we would get the ones that were like a family from the sticks or something like that. But the majority of the ones on Unexpected, you've got a kid that just lives with the grandparents, has been abandoned by the mom. You've got a mom that's like a junkie, a mom who has kicked the daughter out and she has to go live with the boyfriend. The cases seem to be a little bit more extreme, all right? But it's always been good until this season. This season is a fucking train wreck, and it is not the kind of train wreck that you still turn around and look at. It's so bad that I would be surprised if they did another season after this one. And particularly because, and this has never, ever, ever happened before, we have a 13-year-old having a baby. And when I say 13-year-old, the boy is 13 years old and the girl is 15. Ugh. Yeah. I was shocked that, here's the thing, they would never have ever had a 13-year-old girl pregnant on the show.
You're right.
By a 15-year-old boy.
Yep.
Okay? But to me, it's just as gross. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not gross, but just like,
well, it's
this
just,
should not be celebrated in any kind of way.
It's sad. Period.
It is very, very
It's
sad.
tragic.
Okay? It should not, y'all know I watched the bottom of the barrel of trashy shows. But this actually, I was like, God damn, that's a bit much. Like, this kid is literally 13 years old. This kid is in junior high school, okay? So, and these families are fucking weird. Like, every season we'll have one family that's weird. Except for like one, all these families are fucking weird. Okay, so the case with the 13-year-old, the boy is 13. I think he's now 14 when the baby's born. The girl is 15. The girl's mom has like a secret fucking obsession with the boy. His name is Hunter. He can do no wrong. he's 13. You need to ease up on him. Excuse after excuse. He's 13. Well, he was 13-year-old fucking your daughter. Like, why should he get a pass for everything that he does wrong when your daughter is only fucking 15? Okay. But on the flip side, this same 15-year-old girl is in a confessional interview with her dad and talks about anal sex. Disgusting. I am 46 years old, and I don't want to have a conversation with my dad about raw dogging it up the ass to not get pregnant again. Okay. No. Then you've got this other lady who her stepson is the dad, who thinks that because he's having a baby with a girl, basically the girl's dad should let him live with them. No, having a baby in your teen years does not equate marriage or anything like that, okay? Then you've got this other girl whose mom didn't give her the sex talk because the girl said she was a lesbian. Okay, look. Ugh. Like I said, I have a 23-year-old. They all want to be everything. They all want to be bisexual. They all want to be polysexual, transsexual. They all want the label. Like, I feel like every girl that I know in my daughter's like age group at some point has said, I'm a lesbian or I'm bisexual.
Which is fine.
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's always fine. It's just
9 times out of 10, they weren't. Okay? Case in point, this girl, because she ends up pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. Her mom also told her, oh, it's harder to get pregnant if you're a bigger girl. But then she didn't go any further because she's like, you're a lesbian. I know.
So let me ask you a question, honestly. Do you feel like this show is truly exploiting these people? And the reason I ask that is because usually it seems like it used to be, if you had a show about teenage moms, they would show the story in a way that maybe could make you feel like, oh man, they're really going through a rough time. I really don't think I want to do that for myself. Like it was more, I don't know, didn't feel as exploitive as just here's a bunch of idiots who got knocked up and we're going to watch them be idiots for a whole season.
I think this season is so bad. It would make any teenage girl say, I am thankful for the family that I was born into because these people are straight up trash.
Really?
Like, they're so bad. Then they have this girl, her name is Isabella. She is like a fucking gnat. She's so annoying, and I know she is a child, but she has to be one of the most annoying people I've ever met in my entire life. She dates this guy that comes from the just trashiest fucking family. They all look like they want to say the N-word too. So apparently, allegedly, he slapped her. It is her mom's on fucking probation. So it is just so, I think that they should do a giant pause because I think that the producers, maybe they switched producers. They have forgot what this show is really about. And I think that everyone's trying to get ratings so bad that it's like, how trashy can I get? You got it. Because it's not even entertaining. Because usually, I enjoyed this show so much that sometimes I would watch the episode twice. I can't even do it. I can't even just sit and watch a full episode without like picking up my phone and doing something else. Wow. It's so bad. It's so trashy. It's just, I don't get it. So if you're still hanging in there with Unexpected, good for you. Because I am barely fucking hanging on. And y'all know I'm clumsy and I don't have a good grip. So I'm really sliding down that pole fast. I just can't do it. So if you guys have ever heard of the Texas killing fields, there's been like a couple of documentaries about it. I want to say that there may have been a movie.
There was
a movie about it, the Texas killing fields. Okay.
It was a movie, but it was kind of like a inspired by. I mean, they used used the right cities and all that. But yeah, okay. I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in it.
Basically, he's cute.
Yeah.
So, why'd you say yeah?
Because he is.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it is basically this story about how many missing girls.
Well, over the years,
the number has changed.
Well, it got up to, I think, over 30.
Okay.
Of like over decades.
Yes. Like this is a 40-year-old case, okay?
Yeah.
And there is a dumping field, okay? That's why it's called the Texas killing fields, where all these bodies were dumped, allegedly.
Yeah, so there was so what it was, there was like 34 bodies, and they were a majority, a lot of them
Yeah.
were in this field.
Yes.
There were a lot that were in the area
Yes.
of League City and
Yeah.
just kind of Texas City, and they kind of just called the whole thing
The killing
But
fields.
that field
Yeah.
was where there was a concentration for sure.
Okay, so just so happens that where the majority of the bodies are supposed to be is right in our backyard.
Basically our
And when I
backyard.
say our backyard, like it is in our backyard. It is right. This
You can
is
walk
how,
to the fence and look.
and
see
you can see
where
it.
it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no one has been more concerned about our location to the Texas killing fields more than my dad. Okay. Now, before I go into details about how he feels about this, I'm just going to tell you some things that my dad says. Okay. Because he says a lot of things that are just weird. And sometimes I post about the things that he says. Okay. Let's say I take a picture. All right. And my one leg is propped to the side. My dad will send me a text message. Next time you take a picture, you need to stand with your legs straight. Then my dad will say, you know what? Let me do his voice. You know what? I don't like it when those girls, when they take that picture and they like in front of a mirror and they're holding their phones and their fingers are all spread real apart because they're trying to hold a phone. What? That's called a selfie. I don't like that shit when y'all do that. You do it too. I'm like, okay, Dad. You and Skylar don't wear red lipstick, do y'all? I do. Well, you know what they say about girls that wear red lipstick. They're harlots. Yeah, you know, I don't want to catch you wearing no red lipstick. This is him. He has been so concerned about these dead bodies, okay? Like, what I say, this is a 40-year-old case, okay? There's been no new cases in I don't even know how many years.
2006.
Oh, that's
20 years
kinda
ago.
new,
The
yeah.
girl from Dickinson was walking near the Green Cay subdivision, and she was found, in the killing fields.
Yes.
So 20 years ago.
Yes. So I'm not sure what it is like. My dad has convinced himself that this man who did these killings is going to come to our door, ring the doorbell, and say, hi, I'm the guy who killed all these other girls. I'm here to kill y'all too. Like, that is the concern level that he has been on. He talks about it every fucking 2 months. I just can't believe y'all out there were all in there. Are y'all sure y'all's house is not on top of it? You know, some weird stuff keeps happening. Maybe he can die in peace one day because they finally have found the guy who is responsible for all the killers, okay? He finally made a confession, but then he killed himself.
Yeah, there's been,
Yeah, it's
but they got the newest guy, James Elmore.
It would be a James.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Everybody has
So
a
he,
story about a guy whose name starts with the J.
Yeah, so I think he's the newest one to get a further break in the case, and maybe finally give some closure to a guy named Tim Miller,
Yes.
who lives in this area. He started Texas EquiSearch,
EquiSearch.
which has found hundreds of missing people, body recovery, all that. His daughter was one of the victims.
Yeah, so this became like his passion for life.
Passion, obsession, yeah.
I feel like if something happened to me, I don't think my parents would make it their passion to help other people. I just don't. Like, I feel like my dad in particular would make this he would probably start an OnlyFans for dads whose daughters got killed and profit off of the fact that I was killed or missing or something like that. I just don't feel like either of my parents would turn it into something good. I think my mom would use it like, well, I can't do that. Did you not know that my daughter died? Oh, I can't do that. My daughter's like, they would milk it for the rest of their entire lives. They would not start a charity group to help other people. They would do every paid interview that they possibly could. They may even do it together and coordinate outfits and do it. I think they would say, on this interview, you cry. And on the one that's going to be on ABC News, I'll cry. And if Oprah decides to interview us together, we'll both cry. I just don't think that they would use it for any good other than from themselves. That's just what I think. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like even on their tombstones, they would be like, but don't forget, our daughter was in the killing fields out there. So I'm glad Tim has worked so hard. I think this man can die in peace. Thank you for all the work that you have done. But even though, you know, he helped so many other families, it'll never take away the fact that his daughter was missing. Now, for those of you who have been waiting for a Mama June recap, I have bad news for you. I have only watched one episode of Mama June. I am one episode.
Total for the
Total
season?
for this season.
Oh, Keisha.
I have had to watch so many other shows. We have been recording a lot on Pink Shade, lots of new content coming out, but I just have not, and then life has just been happening. I have not been able to sit down and watch Mama June. I am going to make time, I promise you, to get caught up on Mama June, come out with an episode next week. I'm going to throw all the episodes together and do a recap. But also, I have something special for you guys coming up next week. Cross your fingers that it works. I have talked so many times about my spiritual advisor, Joey. I think he's going to come on next week. I'm going to get to interview him, talk about his special gift, and then possibly do an on-air reading. So thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being patient about Mama June. I promise I'm going to get it out there to you. Please, please, please go and leave us a 5-star review so it will override that other review so I can get back to a 4.9 because that bounced me down to a 4.8. I want to have a 4.9 because I'm bougie and unbearable. Go and leave me a 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.